admit that I'm slow as skid. I am. I'm slow. I can, that's why I can't be talking on all subjects. I be trying. I mean, I know what I know. I could change the world. And that's why people got me all dumbed down on these things. It could be a billion people watching, and they're going to make me think it's at least 5. Maybe 60. But it'll jump right back down to 5. That's fine. Suits me fine. Point is, we're all adults. And I understand we have endorsements and things, and you want to protect your image because these people are so nosy. If you have a job and somebody gets on and say, girl, he was trying to hook up with me, and then they want to drop you, like they don't want to be associated with your drama, like they fire you. I get it. You want to protect what you have. Why don't these people just get married? Why are you flying people out just for random? You know, like I'm old. If you fly me out, yeah, I'm probably not thinking, oh, we go hunt. No, I don't know you. I don't care how long I've watched you and screamed and said, oh, rah, rah, rah. Yeah. But we still have to get to know each other. That's a very intimate thing to be having sex with folks. And ain't everybody no demon dog. And why would you want to? I guess because you just see them as human. We're all humans. And again, there are men out here that they don't ask to be exposed as man on man people. But it is shocking. And most of us are not going to go to therapy. But we got to get it out of our system. We're in shock. I tell the story often of a guy that I met. I've met a lot, and they all had the same story. A lot of them are men that are from, just say age 3, could have been less. You don't remember much before 3, right? Age 3 up to about, shoot, today. They are completely engulfed in their relatives' business. And it confused me because, you know, I think once you get to a certain age, you mind your own business, you take care of your own stuff, you go get your own husband and wife, and you're not that involved in your family stuff except you all get together to catch up. But there's a lot of people out here that are literally having sex with relatives, and they cool with that. And they abuse these people in some cases. These little boys were abused by women in their families brutally. So they don't have a real concept of what a relationship is, and still is being a pleasure seeker amongst family because they were taught this as kids. Now, I know, you know, once you get to a certain age, you should be like, I'm going to leave them heifers alone. This is crazy. Like, if you have an uncle that's weird, you don't, like, cater to him. You don't hang out with him after you get to a certain age and you know you can go do something different. Hi, I can't see. Hey, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You know, I'm trying to sell my voice. So feel free to donate so we can get notes. But, yeah, my voice, I feel God has given it to me to heal people. And this is why I can't get over a lot of viewers and a lot of this. They'll throw you guys out of here. So make sure you always, and I should have this up already, but I like playing around with these different things here. Make sure you take snapshots of, let me see if I can find it, my, if you guys can still see me, background here. I try to have it up. Let's see, there. So that I think they'd be throwing you guys out. So if you would like to subscribe, or if you subscribe sometimes, you'll lose the person. You might say, oh, I like the personality, or she said made a lot of sense. Oh, let me go to her channel. And then you'll get kicked out and you'll be like, what was her name? Daily Divine Guidance 9774. And my name is Lavera Michette. If you hear my voice anywhere else other than YouTube or Facebook, they're probably still in. It's not me. And I've heard several people come on here and say, oh, yeah, here you go, selling those products or giving me bad advice or skincare. I don't have any products that I sell except Avon, and no one's bought anything in years. I don't have a product. So if anybody's selling you something under this, they're a scammer. If you're giving money, if somebody's collecting money under me, they're scamming you. But hi, Geyers, fun day. Hi. That's fine, honey. I was joking. No one gives anything here. God takes care of me. Okay. No one ever donates. No one can donate here. That's fine. Okay. No one shops with my link. That's fine too. I can make it to heaven. I don't look hungry, do it. Just don't look like I do. Although my phone bill needs to be paid, it's gonna be cut off. Don't worry, I ain't worried about it. It always works itself out. I don't know how, but it does. It does. Everything works itself out for me. I don't know how. I don't know. Sometimes I gotta wait, but it works out. So ain't no sense in me tripping and trying to borrow and go over here and go over that and down for that over there. Deep breath. Now, yeah, I don't know what somebody did, but I'm literally under some financial lockdown. Like everything I do, I just was approved for a credit with the firm. And if I go to use it, I can't even find it or apply it to anything. It's like, who's this nut? Who is literally any opportunity for me to make money is blocking me. But whatever it is, I thank God because God has always been my provider. That's why I'm not tripping. Okay, God gives me everything I need. So I was talking about how some of these people, what brings this on? They're saying that, I don't normally call names, but it's public information. Lil Wayne supposedly flew out a young lady, got in her DMs and said, hey, what's up? Now, I personally don't believe that people are reaching out to me. And if you are, you need to show me your face. We need to have a video conversation where I'm asking you questions, at least the first time. I need to know who I'm talking to because there's a lot of imposters online that play games and everybody knows that. And I've had several famous people reach out to me. You would not believe all nationalities, and I scratch my head. I don't even know what to say because it's like, really? I mean, these people, you would never, and I'd be like, this is a scam. And but rich people reaching out to me like that. Very wealthy, famous people. And I'm like, well, we're all cousins. But it ain't like they say, hey, I'd like for you to come out and hang with us. I don't know what it is, but I really like you and I produce movies. Would you like to be a part? None of that. It's just, hey, I'm crazy though. Because I'm telling you, I'm like, you're going to have to show me your face. And we're going to have to go back and forth with name calling. I need to see your face moving, saying stuff, not just giving directives. Yeah, I need to see your face. And then from there, we could play on the phone and be like, hey, what's up? Kumbaya. Hey, come hang out. Cool. But I'm too old to be getting on planes and it's some alien, some space cadet or somebody crazy trying to lure me into Arizona in the woods. Nobody have time for all that. Okay? They say you coming to New York, you end up in Area 51. We good. Okay. So what I have been doing in my city, my area, and my family is people have all these little issues. And it's because they're relaxed. I'm always on. Right. I'm always on. I like comfortability. So I find ways to make things easy. And somebody always F's it up. And it's kind of like what I'm thinking is because they know I'm pretty artistic, pretty creative. It's like they give me stuff and I get mad because I'm like, how come I'm not? And it's because maybe someone is going through that and they want to see how you fix it. And they can even be selling what I'm doing. Like if somebody has an issue with a man, they'll put a man around me and this guy with gel, and then he'll bring me a problem. And I'm like, see, boy, I'm going to have to fix this because you ain't finna be around me acting like that. So I'll give the solution. And somebody will literally go sell it like they're a Houdini or something, I'm assuming. Like they're getting the advice by putting the problem in front of me so they can sell it to somebody else. That's what I'm getting. Because I get problems all day, every day, and I'll be scratching my head and butt like, somebody got to be making money off of this because this is just constant. This is the craziest thing. It's like I'm in this little incubator, and every day they wake up and they figure, Let's see. Okay, what came in? So somebody's having problems with their babies. Okay, so we're going to have somebody around her come up and they're going to see some kids do something. And she's going to see it. And she's going to say what she thinks because she always out there. We know it. So let's see what she says. And then I'll see something. Like some kids fighting at the school. Or they getting in. And I'm like, don't say nothing because you know you'll get in trouble. And I'll look at the lady and I'll say something. And I'm like, I'm like, go home, go away. They're swinging this kid. Look, the girl ain't taller than your belly button. She just swinging. She gone. She into something. And all the kids, yeah. And these kids ain't bigger than, God, they just little, short, little, very spirited kids. And I'm like, wow. And I'm looking at the other adults because they demons too. These kids grow up into full-blown devils. They do. I don't know why people don't understand it. I guess it's scary to think about because they don't know what to do with it. Well, I do. And so I'm looking at these scenarios and I'm like, yeah. And I said, look, kids, y'all can go to jail. Y'all can go to jail. You know they got jail for kids, right? That's what I was thinking. I said, they do. They can like, hey, these kids, these schools be struggling with these kids. Sometimes you just need to call the popo, not to get them locked up, but to let them know, baby, this ain't your only option. We got something for you. I think if you teach kids that, they're going to calm down because they don't want to go to jail unless they just possessed. And some of those kids are possessed. It's what it is. Some of these kids are born into this stuff. Some are jumped in. And the most you can do is let them know, sweetie, this is not the right choice. Now they can go and band up with the other kids and tell the other kids what they said, what you said, and then they can tell your family what you said, and they can get mad. But the school just figured, so when we have problems, we ain't got to figure it out. We got to call the police to break it up because we trying these kids rough. You think you don't need them at these schools, but these kids, if we're telling you, get off the property and don't be fighting over here, because then we going to have to stay here at 7 o'clock trying to investigate with cops. And we got stuff to do today like I take a job. And y'all, I don't care. We going to fight. We going to get, we got to let them know they can go to jail. And call 911 and let them come through there and be like, doop, doop, doop. Who we picking up? And see how quickly they going home somewhere. This ain't no playground for kids to be fighting. Let them know. And I said out loud, I don't know who heard me. So these kids possessed. I said, y'all good to be coming every day and playing with kids. I said, some of them are possessed and y'all got to sit here and battle these spirits. It's a spirit. Anytime your kid can come to school and they're hostile like that, I don't care if it's mine, they need an exorcism, as the Catholics would call it. And the black folks call it a baptism and a Tarian service. Those spirits need to come on up out. And a lot of churches are not equipped. That's why they don't do all that. I mean, they put you in the water, that's true, call you baptized. But casting out them demons is a whole nother story, which is why we still have problems in the church. If you don't cast out these spirits that come with birth almost, you ain't got to do or hear nothing. Kids be knowing evil. Adults, and they grow into adults. And the evil gets better and it gets gooder, especially if they get around the right crowd. Then you get the criminal rings. So I've learned ways to make life easier even here. There's a rambunctious group, adults and kids, and I'm constantly giving advice and it works, and they're like, we hate you. And it's like, you're so stupid because you see life is hard the way you're going, and I'm giving you insight and looking in and saying, well, if you did this, if you did that, it'll be a little easier. Nobody listening. It's not hard. If you know a kid is sleepy, you got to make sure they're fed first. You got to make sure they're fed. I mean, almost overfeed. You don't want to make them fat and greedy, but you want to make sure they're sleepy fed, because if you put them to sleep and they haven't had enough food, they're only going to wake up and go raid the refrigerator without you. Was I wrong to tell you that? You want to get that kid a sandwich at 12. It is now 6 p.m. You don't think that kid is hungry? And then if the mama tired and you a husband or something, you got home earlier, like 3, 4, and you only fed them at 12, or they had something at 12 from the grandma, the babysitter, whatever. And at 6 p.m. and everybody tired and ain't nobody really made sure this kid ate properly. Like he ate some chicken. He didn't want that. That didn't fill him up. He had a little pop. That made him burp, but He wasn't fulfilled. So you think, oh, well, I saw him eat all this stuff. Okay. And it ain't like you ate at the table with him. So he does that. But then he's back up at 8 p.m. and he's fussing and he's cranky. But I'm looking at you, which means you're tired. But you won't go to sleep. Why? You don't feel safe. You don't have your own space. Everybody's always hollering at you and doing stuff and interrupting you and doing stuff. So you don't feel safe. And there's not really, dad don't really get involved. So you just a cranky little kid. Because there's a bunch of women. Yeah, he's starting acting like women. Okay, here we go. So it's got to be somebody nice in the crowd. Somebody got to smile with the kids. Somebody got to laugh and joke. Because everybody else, Billy Club. No play, no humor, no fun, no music, no toys, no games. Somebody got to be the clown for this kid. Got to get him a little joy. So you try and get him a little joy, sneak a little treat. Don't do that. I ain't scared of you, first of all, but I'm going to let you go and suffer. So yes, there are things, even with the man. There are ways to keep your home quiet, even if he's a demon. Yes, those are Jezebels out there just trying to lure your guy in or your kids in, your son. That's fine. Guess what? Because when they get him out there, then they problem. Let them entertain them. We're all children, essentially. Although people tell us we're adults, we all have child nuts. We all had things we didn't do as kids. We all had things we wanted to do as adults because we didn't get to do it as kids, no matter what it was. Most times men, when they're kids, they may have been molested, raped, whatever, passed around. It happens, unfortunately. But they still have dreams, goals, and aspirations. And some of those are just to have an Atari. Some of those are just to have a PlayStation 5. Who are you to deny him of that? So if he's an adult and he likes to play video games and he's getting it out of his system as an adult, he's a selfish bastard, first of all. He don't want to share with you. He just there because he figure you're a good mama. So you trying to tell him what he can't do. I think you just need to make space and time for him to do that. Leave him alone. That's the kid you picked up. You wanted a grown kid that like to talk about real estate and all that. Should took time and did that. I like men to talk about business. I like men to talk about progression and ideas and goals and morals and plans to succeed in business. I love it. But some kids, some men, they just like to talk about booty and parties and drugs and alcohol and gang banging and stealing, killing and destroying and ucking and sucking is what it is. You don't want that kind, leave them. As cute as they are, as cute as you are, as much money as you got, as much money. Say no. So, again, this is stemming from Lil Wayne flying out a woman to come visit him. And again, I get all kinds of people. They're not flirting with me. They're like producers, musicians, all kinds of folks. They reach out. They do. And I'll be shocked. Kind of like, no, that ain't no. And I take it casual, like, hi. All kinds of producers, all kinds of writers. I'm like, we're on the same planet, but why you see little me? Because I'm always invisible, right? So I'm like, yeah, okay, until I see your face and I see it moving and you saying what you saying to my face, I don't understand. I will not understand. I'm going to act stupid. And I may lose a lot, but I can still get to heaven. So I don't understand what I do. Why people are worried about other people finding out that they were talking to somebody. You can lose a lot. But you know what? To find true love, to find God out here, I'll probably sacrifice it all. There's nothing like having someone in this world that is just for you. I ain't talking about your mama, sister, brother. That's beautiful, but it's a different love that people don't mostly experience because they're busy chasing stuff. And God is the stuff. And he wants to offer them love. And they're so busy listening to society and their standards and rules and what you can and cannot do that they miss out on the greatest event they'll ever attend, which is finding love. We're not talking about marriage. We're not talking about stuff. We're talking about our true friendship connection that only God could have put together. Because they're worried about what they mammy gonna say, they daddy. I know people ain't got no man. I just want to say that because people make me mad being in their kids' business. Men would have been happy if somebody in the backgrounds, I was a woman mostly. Well, I would have, I wouldn't, that. Well, I have to feel superior to her. I was a mama, mostly a sister. We didn't pick your man. Why you picking his woman? Well, I just feel nobody asked you. His dingling knows what he likes. Why you deny that man's sexual pleasure for your own little greedy? What do you call it? Interest. Stop trying to block these men from their own sexual love lives. They ding know what it wants. Why are you in the background? Well, there's a man right now. This man don't get excited but for one person. And his entire entourage of demons are telling him, no, we don't want her around. Why is it anybody else's business what your date? And then this child can't even get excited with nobody. Because they're pretty much all disgusting, control freak, manly women. Some of them are probably men. So this is a job to this person. God did not create us, taskmaster, slave, sex worker. Do what you want, though. Fellowship between you and God, heaven and hell. I ain't got what. But I'm just saying, person don't even get excited except they see you. Literally. But they've pimped their brains out to believe that they're only to serve others. We'll give you that outfit you said you want, something like it, if you come and serve us. Okay. That's their fantasy. They get paid to do pleasures. So they probably wouldn't fit in your world. So next. Wait. You can't leave me. I'm Master P. What? And you my maid, Ussy. Who? Is that supposed to be an honor? I'm not enthused about what you can't go nowhere. I'm going to show you can't go. Superpowers from the Holy Spirit. All of the weapons activate. Wait a minute. What he said? What? Are y'all benefiting off me so your hoes don't, or your wait a minute now. Your sex slavers said that I can't leave either because they enjoy the energy I give you. Because they ain't got none. Now, see, when you're in this, you understand when people be saying that, but it's different in the Bible. It's not the same, but this is the language that most people understand. But the Bible already told you, don't be fornicating because it drains your spirits. This is not authentically from me. This is a counterfeit. Warning, Holy Spirit tells you this is a counterfeit. And you, oh, well, everybody else is doing it. Probably you get bopped upside the head and then you go, oh, I see. Oh, I need to go. Duh. It should have never been in there. Fornication, adultery. And sometimes they trick you in. They seduce you in. It gets comfortable. But then you get to see from the spirit side in your learning process. Oh, that's what that means. See, it jumps off the page when you experience that stuff with age. It ain't just in the Bible. You get to see why it's wrong. And when you tell other people, this is why people get mad, because you got understanding that this is the hot mess that can happen. Marriage don't make it no better. That's why you need to wait on God. You can be married to a man and he can go and tangle himself up with some mess like that because that's how he was raised. You didn't know that. Maybe you did. But now you got to deal with all the stuff that he deals with. Snapshot the picture up there because the Funky's dying. They want me to shut up. Phone won't even charge. The outlet messed up. The charger messed up. People are ignorant. And someone offered me to move with them. I don't know them. They're looking at their tongue. I don't know what demons they got on them. Oh, you can stay with me. Lick out your tongue. Told my kids, keep your tongue in your face. I don't think that's something good. People want you to look their butt, this stuff. I don't think that's something you want to do for life. Don't do that. And they didn't listen. I'm not saying they were doing it but I don't think they understood. When you see women in pictures and their tongue all stuck out some kind of way. I mean, I threw my tongue at people because they're childish, like, I do. I don't care. I do. But, or suck your stuff. I'm not giving you no indication that I'm that type of girl. The world don't need to know that. If you find out dipping and skipping and looking and sipping on stuff, trying to drink my tea and bath water, listen, that's just look. But point is, people should be free to. Oh, now they're gonna call. I think I already know what this is. Make sure you snapshot that. Thanks you keep up with my channel if you're subscribing. I can't even see it. Normally it interrupts the video altogether. Hold on. I can't even answer it. I don't know who that is. I can't even. Wow. Hold on. Hello? What's this? Me playing musical chair and everything, trying to figure out what that was. I can't see it. So I'm going to have to go through later. But the phone, now the thing is freezing. Yeah, they're trying to jack the phone up. Okay. So thank you for keeping up with me. Yeah, they don't want me talking. Okay, so I'm back. Again, I think I know who was just calling. Yeah, he's like, oh, I can help you with your job. I can help you with your teeth. We could travel. That sounds great. But I need to know you. You be asking guys, well, let's just go get ice cream. They don't want to do that. Well, let's just go get a smoothie. They don't want to do that. Well, let's just go for a walk. Okay. Never call back. Okay. Ciao. So you should be free to date who you want. He shouldn't even, again, I know you can lose endorsements and things, but people date people. And I know you have to be cautious out here in this world because people can appear very nice and kind. And then when you get to know them, they're not nice and kind and they're doing things behind your back and they're doing things they shouldn't say and do. And that could be worrisome because it can cost you your livelihood, whatever that is. You don't want to lose your endorsements. I get it. And it's so sad they see us as high risk. Those little chocolate girls. I think in the right environment, all we need is something to do. We need love, attention, direction. I was even on X. A man said, women generally don't know when to shut up, and society has flipped it where the roles are the women are the men, and the men are the women. It's true. It has. And so when you want to date them and do things, it's your job to lead them. That's what he said. And then he said, it's your job to, I said a voice message. That was a long message. It's your job to do something else. And I chimed in. I said, that's why I'm sitting down and minding my business. I said, and I'll be patient while I'm waiting because I'm just sitting down and waiting. I understand what he said. He said something smart at the end. I probably put the link here somewhere. But my point is, A lot of women did not get that training from their fathers or their mothers to respect men and to know your place. And no, we're not in slave days, but the Bible clearly tells you that you need to shut up. And that ain't mastered that yet. The right environment is not that you're quiet and you don't speak, but again, in a relationship, somebody has to be the head. And most time, men allow the women to be the head. They allow them because everybody know they're the head. And some women gladly accept and listen. A real woman does not want to be out here floating on a piece of wood. She want to either be in the yacht or she want to be on the shores in the house that looks over into the water. She don't want to be floating on it on a piece of wood. Time out. I think I see the shores. Oh, the water hit me. Oh, God, I don't know how slow I can. Oh, no. So if I have to drive the boats, we gonna get safely to the shore and stop putting holes in it, because then I'm about to bust you in your head. See, because some of these may be putting holes in your boat, and then don't care how you float, and then have their friends come through on their yacht and put them on there, and you be out there struggling by yourself. They'll jump ship on you. Yours sinking, him put holes in them, and then he gone. And cool with that. And had a lady shoot you in the back while he leaving, and then go marry her. And you in a wheelchair. Anybody got time for this? That's why women leave. Because if you do leave, at least I know where the money at. I know which way I'm finna go. I know Dubai. That's just how it's been. But I'm patiently not doing musical chairs. I'm sitting in the spot I'm in. I don't care where you shift me. I still know where I'm supposed to sit. On my own butt, basically. Not on yours or yours. On mine. And rule from where I'm at. Ain't got nothing to do with you, what I'm doing over here. That's the problem, people. They worrying about what you're doing. Well, if she online, I don't want her to get no money. So I'm going to report all her pages. I'm going to report that she a thief. I'm going to report because I don't want her to do as good as us. Brought us two of y'all and I'm still out doing you. What you mean? Y'all weird. Go have fun. Block it out. Tell the United States of America's Constitution and corporations that I'm an enemy to the country. Do that. Put me on all y'all lists, and I promise you, I'm still gonna see Jesus in peace. Do what you do. Create a storm, because it's only gonna whoop you up into to Disneyland or something, Dorothyland, the Oz. It ain't gonna bother me. I float in all of the woods. Okay, very just. I really couldn't care less. Unseen the mountaintop. You so busy looking at me, you missing me. You ain't gonna worry me today. You're not. I'm not gonna go to sleep on all circumstances. I'm about to take a nap right now. Please. Have fun stressing yourself out, because I'm cool. Welcome to Daily Divine Guidance 9774. Again, I think you should be able to date who you want today, to discuss it and have fun with it. Ain't nobody's business. I know a lot of y'all on platforms got big old followers, but you need to tell them to mind their business. Because you put your itch where you want to put your itch. What I said. And if you got an itch, you can choose who you want to scratch it. Now, I wouldn't promote fornication or adultery or any of that stuff, because there's some weird stuff going on now. You should just be too nice creatively a lot more. But the point is, if you're going to do it right. Baby, we can do it. Take your time. Oh, I ain't the one. Okay, next. Listen. 6 months, cool. Best example of what I'm saying was very healthy is the young lady was dating Rick Ross. Public information. That's why I'm saying it. I don't see these people as a threat. Weirdos. I don't see them as weird. Like they'll come off the page and come jump on you. So, scratch my hair. Oh, Jesus. Somebody's hair. Oh, Jesus. He was dating a young lady. And this girl cooking and doing whatever. She's smiling. She's pretty. She's young. And he's looking like, I'm so happy for you. He ain't said, I love you. He said, I'm happy. And to a lot of these men, I don't know him. Listen, in general, they don't know how to make love. They know how to F from porn. A lot of boys were exposed to porn, and that's all the moves they know. With their favorite porn star. See, and I already had a fantasy in their head. They just need to plug you in. So if you can pick up on that, you be like, he making fun to Funya Lunya in that video. He ain't making love to me. He need to go find that girl in that video and stay away from me. Yeah. And some of y'all being recorded illegally, having sexual acts. So I'm going to tell you, change your Wi-Fi password. Don't get to nobody. Anyway, or your provider. Yeah. They've hacked into your Wi-Fi and they recorded you. Public service announcement. Now, who? Them hunch monkeys, the ones that won't commit, and they just come through when they feel like it. What I said. Change your internet provider. Or your cable service. If you don't want to do that, then stay on their live feed when they hacking into your stuff. Now, so recording what you do in your house. Just you and your kids. They're weird. So I think people should date who they want. If they want people to sign NDAs, it seems stressful to me. Because again, when people go through things, they want to share these experiences, and you forcing them to keep it to themselves, you're playing with people's heads sometimes. All these restrictions and rules. You need to find real love. You need to wait for God to bring it to you, because when you find it, you're going to realize ain't none of that even going to matter. They're going to be so into you. They're going to be so into what makes y'all click. And you ain't going to experience this except you find God. No, I mean like, oh, Father, praying every day. That's great. You should do that. But God can jump outside of you at any time and give you this overwhelming feeling of love and desire. And when you find the person that matches that, not on your own, but through divine intervention, don't let anybody stop you from exploring it. And yes, be safe. Be safe, because you passing gas could be somebody's ticket. Your tooth falling out could be somebody's ticket. And of course, you don't want people to know your personal business, have it all out. But that's why I do what I do. I mean, if I'm showing you and they pop out in public, you ain't gonna be like, oh, I don't care. Now, when I get them fixed, I'll be smiling all the time because I like to smile. But in the meantime, I'm gonna keep smiling. I ain't telling them to do this to me. Who's they? Yeah, I can tell you better know about it because they stupid anyway. They purposely make these fall out. It's okay. I'm still a good person. I'm still full of love, but I will cuss you out. Anyway, I better go because I'm having too much fun.